All right, so let's focus a bit more on our health this morning. October has been designated as the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so this morning, we're looking at, from awareness to action, how to stay safe and proactive about breast health. On Monday, we started that conversation really, and we're just trying to see what you can do so that you have the right information at every point in time, and then you know what to do. Like I said, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But beyond wearing the pink, because oftentimes when we do this kind of campaign, people are always clad in their pink attire. So we're saying beyond the pink, what does it really mean to take action action for your breast health? There's a whole lot that needs to be done. So breast cancer is one of the leading causes of cancer deaths amongst women, not just in Nigeria, across the world. Yet early detection and, of course, lifestyle awareness can save lives. And that is why we are really, really focusing on that this morning so that we can bring that to another level. So joining me in the studios this morning, Dr. Eyitayo Soleye is here. She's the team lead, clinical quality and safety for our Rjolad Hospitals. Dr. Soleye, it's nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
And you're welcome to Traffic Radio.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure here.
It's your first time of being here, really?
Oh, definitely it's my first time. I'm looking to come in again.
What do you make of our studios, by the way?
Oh, it's very nice, very accommodating, and very warm. Warm reception.
Okay, so let's just jump in on the conversation. So, yes. Well, any reasons why October is designated as the Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
For the World Health Organization, they designate dates for different, conditions. So I guess October was chosen, so that awareness from the first of the month till the end of the month, people are aware that there's breast cancer, in our environment, and people need to be aware of their breast health.
Right.
So we encourage people, yes, as you said, not just wearing the pink, but also, not the awareness, but also taking action.
Right. I know that the first time we started having campaigns about cancer in general, I think the breast cancer is perhaps one of the first that ever cropped into Nigeria, where we started talking about cancer generally. But let's reflect on that. So, breast cancer, doctor, talk to my listeners. How or what is breast cancer? Let's start from there.
Okay, so we can say, breast cancer is in the normal anatomy of the breast, there's an abnormal growth in that breast. It comes in form of a lump, and that lump now becomes what we call cancerous. So the lump can come in various ways, it can come like, it manifests first as something that is painless, if you are not careful. So breast cancer is any let me use the word, plain word, infection or disease. Let me use the right word, disease, that destroys the contour of the natural breast of the person.
Right.
So we need to ensure that we are aware that once these cells, because there are cells in our bodies, and these cells make up everything we do. Every part of our body is made up of cells that become organs and tissues and all that. So the breast is a tissue, and the cells within it, once they become invaded by cells that are not normal, that becomes the breast cancer.
Anyway, I've spoken to several doctors on this program, and each time I ask them, what is cancer? Everybody seems to say, well, nobody can really tell what cancer is, but all we can tell you is an abnormal growth, right?
Yes,
all right, so why is breast health awareness so important for Nigerian women today?
It is important because, as you know, in Nigeria is one of the breast cancer is the top cancer that kills women in Nigeria. And we want people not just to be aware, but to take action. So in our environment now, the awareness is ongoing, but we want people to every day self-examine themselves, especially women, preferably after their period. Examine your breast, you stand in front of the mirror and you already know your body. Look at the shape, look at the size, look at the color, any dimpling, any discharge in the as you examine, and then from there you can also go to clinics. there are clinics that can help you. Our Rjolad, we do that as well. Come into our hospital, we can supervise that examination for you, and then that is also done.
Let's look at the figures as relates to breast cancer right now in Nigeria, and perhaps maybe by context you can extend it beyond Nigeria. How common is breast cancer?
Well, in Nigeria it's number one, currently, and it's about 70% of there, about 51 to 70% of the cancers that we have
in Nigeria. So if there are 10 women in this room, how many of them will come down with breast cancer?
That means when you say like 50, between five
or six.
Yes, 5 to 6 women. Yes.
Wow, that's huge.
That's huge. And our lifestyle has changed a lot. So a lot of things that were not common, in the younger women are now cropping up.
Now.
Yes.
So younger women are coming down with breast cancer as well.
Oh yes, younger women are coming down with breast cancer.
Dr. Soleye, you have to let us in why this is happening. But even as you said so 5 out of 10 women is really, really risky.
Yeah.
And people we're asking the question, what causes breast cancer?
So, as we said, it's just an abnormal growth of your cells. But most times you advocate that you should have a healthy lifestyle. So, as your diet is also important. What you take into your body is important to make sure. Your weight is also important. Obesity is not particularly as the plus or minus, but staying healthy is important. Exercising is also important, and then this smoking and alcohol intake, we also encourage that lifestyle should be, looked into, because sometimes you have seen that there's some relationships with this.
Right. So lifestyle, behavioral patterns.
Definitely.
So what practical steps can women take, to be proactive about breast health?
Okay, like the first one I mentioned, self-examination is very important. You also need to do that. So if there's a family, so there are different categories of people regarding this thing. So if there's a family history, right, you need to be more proactive regarding this self-examination and going to the clinics to see the doctor. So once you have been, there's a history like that, we encourage you at least once in a minimum, once a year.
Okay.
For you to do intense breast examination, which involves self-examination, clinical examination, and from clinical examination, any findings takes you to the next level of investigations.
Right. So that people must think about that.
Yes.
All right. So I'm just looking at fear or perhaps cultural stigma. Right? I know that could come in when we talk about breast cancer, right?
Definitely.
And I know these are some of the things that prevent women from being screened.
Yes.
Talk to us, doctor.
So we need to overcome the fear, because now that there's knowledge is what, there's no excuse for ignorance regarding breast cancer in Nigeria now. It's all over the place. So going to the fear that, they will find something. Early detection is better than late detection, because early detection, it might be a simple process. Maybe they pick up the lump on time, it might not have spread, than waiting till later. So being knowledgeable, going to the hospital, you'll be cancelled. We do that in our Rjolad.
So let's put this in proper perspective now, doctor, because some feel that once cancer has been discovered, it's a death sentence. Can it be cured?
So you have the word we call remission. People go into remission. So I don't want to, so we use that as the terminology. So at that point in time, you are not having any more signs or symptoms of that. You can't find it in your body. It has gone out.
So it's as good as being cured.
It has good. So we always try to use that word remission, because sometimes some people, although they've gone through remission, these cells come back again.
Right.
Yes.
Because I've seen survivors.
Oh, they're survivors.
10 years, 15 years and counting.
Yes, they're counting. So they use the word, but people say, you have used the right word, survival.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because some people have done that, and then from nowhere they go back into that situation now, detecting that it has come up from somewhere, and then they're now looking at a situation. But people have survived various times.
Are there misconceptions about breast cancer?
Are there misconceptions? I guess again that people feel it's only women that are affected, but men actually also have breast cancer.
You mean it?
Yes, they do.
Why would a man have breast cancer?
Well,
his breast is not protruding.
It's not necessarily protruding. It's the structure of the breast. It's the way the breast has been designed from onset. So yes, the woman has more fat in her breast, but the man also has what the potentials for there to be, a cancer with that in
that region.
Yes, in that region.
Wow.
Yes.
And you've seen one, right?
Yes, I've seen men, they're not so common. I'm sure before you find a man with breast cancer, you'll have seen about 10 or 15 women with breast cancer or more.
All right.
Yes.
People are talking about natural remedies and all of that. Some do say, well, the best way to treat all of this is to go the herbalist way. You are a practitioner for many years standing.
Yeah.
Has that worked?
So, you've said a thing about our culture. There are cultural beliefs that people adhere onto, but would always advise that there's always a need for medical input. Because coming in, you're going to be screened, and the screening will let us know what stage,
the level,
yes, of the cancer. It might be a benign thing. They can take that lump out, take it to the lab, test it, and let you know that, oh, this is a benign thing, nothing to worry about. We'll come back in 6 months or in a year for us to make sure that this doesn't, nothing starts coming up around that area again. So we advise at this time, yes, you want to do your local things, but we would advocate, anybody anywhere in the world would advocate that medical practice, yes, works best, because you're going to be cancer, you'll be screened, you'll be investigated, and you'll be managed accordingly. So
let's look at Rjolad now. So what are you guys bringing to the table as relates to this breast cancer awareness?
Oh, fantastic. So in Rjolad currently, this is as you said, is the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we are doing a lot of things. We have the process of, we have our clinics that are open for people to walk in, and have their breast examined. We have counseling sessions, clinics that can be had once you come in and request for that. We also have specialists in our facility, family physicians, the gynecologists, the surgeons, depending on the level of what has been detected, and then we're having investigations. So currently we are doing our mammograms at a discounted rate at Rjolad. So we are encouraging people to come in for the full screening, the counseling, the examination, and then the investigation with the mammogram at a discounted rate.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is on there.
Yes,
right?
It's going on right now.
You've been talking about self-examination. How can this be properly carried out, really?
So most of the time, we always tell women the best time is after your period, for women that are still, menstruating, and then you stand in front of a mirror. And you putting your hands on your hips. So you are looking at the mirror and you're looking at yourself, because you are used to your, your body.
Very
so
well.
any changes, even anybody standing, you can tell there's something not right. So by looking at your body, you're first looking at the shape of your breast. Is there any change in the shape, in the size, in the color? Are you seeing any dimpling, And then when you are now examining, because you examine clockwise.
Right.
So you go, there are 4 quadrants, as we say. So you start, from the upper, inner, so you are sitting down, standing, putting so if I trying to examine the left breast, you're going to use the flat part of your right palm.
Right.
And then, you go in a circular motion, touching the 4 quadrants. So you divide the breast into 4 quadrants, and the nipple.
So all you're looking for is a lump, right?
So you're looking
So don't let us go to all this.
So what you're looking for is a lump.
Is a lump, right?
And then you're also meant to examine your armpit as well.
Right.
Because sometimes the lumps are actually in the armpits, not even in the breast.
Not in the breast. Wow.
Yes.
So you must cross-check that.
Yes, that's right.
All right. I hear that, I was speaking with a professional, a consultant, and she did say something like, I was asking for some signs, and symptoms, and she was talking about if the nipples become inverted, somehow one should begin to observe and watch out.
Yes. So normally the woman's nipple, as you say, is inverted. It points outwards. But when it starts coming inwards, that means something is pulling at it, and you need to find out what exactly is going on.
Wow.
So that's one of the signs as well.
One must watch out for that.
One must watch out.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning, we are actually, just saying please take action and looking for best ways of staying safe as relates to breast health.
Yes.
And this is going majorly much more for women than men, and that's why this campaign on, because October has been designated as the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I have Dr. Soleye here. She's a team lead clinical services for Rjolad, and we're taking this to the classroom this morning. Getting back to the roads, we did tell you Ikorodu Road, even though it's looking good, but if you're approaching mile 12 coming in from the Owodeniri end, it is slow and steady. Nothing unusual there. Lots of influx, plus bus stop activities might be affecting your movement. Beyond that point, mile 12 ascending and descending the bridge looks pretty good. Underneath the bridge too, heading towards Ajelogo is also looking good too. And from there to Kushofe, not bad as well, looking also good, but Kushofe inwards K2 down to Ikosi. Slow and steady, that's the name of the game there too. Beyond that point, towards the interchange, looks good. Ojota towards Odoyala Road, not bad at all. Maryland, also looking pretty good. Obanikuru, very good. But Igbobi, connecting Fadeyi on the main carriageway, high influx there too. Lots of vehicles making use of that corridor. Linking up with Ojolegba looks pretty good. Funshaw Williams, not bad at all. Eco Bridge is also faring well, heading towards Nepa. And Akmogbon, all looking good this beautiful Friday morning. All right, then, so you can join the conversation as well. We're talking breast cancer awareness this morning, and I would like to hear from you. Or perhaps there are some questions that are bugging your mind that you'd like to ask the doctor. You can feel free to connect with us. That's on 080, yes, 08099 120777. Okay, that's 08099 120777. That's the number that you can connect with us this morning. Of course, the doctor will be very much willing to hear from you, especially as it relates to any questions that is bugging your mind that relates to breast cancer. All right, I was asking the other day, doctor, and I need you to shed light on this because some have also said this is more or less like a myth or a misconception. Mm-hmm. Some have said, the larger the breast, the more you're likely to come down with breast cancer.
No, that's not true.
It's not true?
No, that's not true. Oh, that's not true. The body is also, there are some genetic dispositions for certain things that happen to people, but your breast size doesn't determine the...
It's not a factor at all?
At all, it's not.
Okay.
Yes.
So how often? You've been talking about self-examination. How often should one do this examination?
So, as I said earlier, once a woman is still having her period, after her period, it's advisable that she does the self-examination, preferably when, she's maybe in the bathroom, because the body is wet, and then she can actually be able to examine and palpate her breast properly to find out if there are lumps, soft, light and deep palpations as she goes, while she's doing the examination. That will also help. Yes.
All right, then this one, there's a message popping in here from you, 08099120777. This one says, Dr. Soleye, how early should a woman start doing breast self-examination, and how often is enough? Mrs. Ali is sending that one in.
Well, early enough. The important thing again is once there's a family history, once a lady gets to her teenage years, like in her 20s, 30s, it's also important to start this examination early, because some people pick up these cancers at early ages depending on the family history. So please, Mrs. Ali, as early as possible. If your daughter is in her teens, late teens, we can start examining this breast. Every awareness is important for everybody. There's no limit to self-examination. It's a lifestyle and it's a commitment and a journey you must take. So regular examination is the safest thing to do regarding examining your breast.
All right. This one says, good morning. Is it true that men can also have breast cancer? If yes, how can they check themselves? Nathaniel is sending this one in from Ogudu.
So men are also predisposed to having breast cancer. For men, it might be a bit more difficult because of the structure of their breast, but you would also know there's a difference. But when you look at, as I said earlier, examination, physical viewing, is there something different? When you touch it, it might be a painless lump. You will feel something because you will notice that there's something there. So examining your breast as well. If there is a family history of male breast cancer, you also need to do that. So examine your breast. You look at the color, you look at the way, the size. It applies both ways, to make sure that everything is fine.
Is it cheap? Is it affordable to do the screenings? I mean, you've talked about mammogram and all of that. How affordable is it?
So the screening is, it's a gradual step. So you start with the consultation and counseling and the examination. So the self-examination determines the next step you are going to take. So they do the clinical examination for you. There's nothing to worry about. They tell you to do a breast scan, and if there's anything suspicious. So breast scan are preferable for women that haven't given birth, because the mammogram is preferred for women that have given birth. Their breast is more fatty.
Okay.
So when you do a breast scan, they can pick things, they see anything, then they can move on to the next level to say, okay, we want to actually do a mammogram because we have seen something here.
Right.
And then we take you from there. So it's mammogram, as I said, we are doing that at a discounted price at Rjolad now, but breast scans are affordable.
All right, then 08099120777. You can put a voice call through that number this morning. Things are looking pretty cool. This one says, please, doctor, my mother and her only female sibling both had breast cancers. I am 40 years now. Does it mean I am certain to have it as well? Ololade is sending this one in.
Okay. So Ololade, good morning. So because there's a family history, you need to be more proactive regarding yours. So you need to go in for the full screening, making sure that you go in for a clinical examination. They are over 40. If you are 40, they will know at this point in time, preferably do a mammogram for you and then see what it is. If there's nothing to worry about, they will tell you a timeline. Come in 6 months, come in a year, so that there's a continuous monitoring, about for the breast cancer. So people with family histories, they need to have more, they need to be more proactive. So please, we recommend that you should, go to the hospital and then, have these examinations done properly. Yes.
All right. Then, so flash update coming in from the control room, Maryland, to be precise, GRA. I understand there's a broken down truck with a mechanical problem, and this is at Levant East, inwards Nitel. If you're heading towards Ikeja, that's along the Mobolaji Bank Anthony Way. So take note of that. A tow truck already contacted. Let's see how that can be taken off. And I understand there's a backlog heading towards the cantonment right now. Traffic managers on ground doing the needful within those corridors. 08099120777. All right, PWD, multiple vehicular movement inwards National, proceeding through a LASIK at this period. National connecting airport, PWD, Shogunle, Bolade intersection is perfectly good. We can also tell you that the return journey from Bolade linking up with PWD down to National, it's a good movement as well. Ascending and descending the flyover, that's Ikeja flyover bridge, is also looking good. Ilezik is very calm. Mongoro connecting cement as well as Dokpemu underneath the bridge looks pretty good to go. Impediment very, very free. All right, so you can join the conversation 08099120777. Self-examination, you talk about that frequently. Can the spouse help to also do this kind of examination?
Oh, definitely. So the husband, can also help, because most times some men, in some cases, it has been found that it's even the spouse that has picked up, that there's a lump in the wife's breast. So the husband too can help, and all that. But, we actually encourage you to self-examine. There's a way you do it that you can palpate deep and superficially to know if there's anything there.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello there.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this traffic radio?
Yes, this is traffic radio.
Okay, yeah, my name is Kemi. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Okay, Kemi from Ikeja. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. So I wanted to make inquiry about birthday shout out.
Okay.
I don't know if your radio stations do it.
Yes, we do. We do it.
Okay. Yeah, so the birthday is on Saturday, 26th of October. This year. Yeah. So
okay, just send the details. Send the detail to this line, and I'm sure that they will give your person a shout out. Okay.
Okay, I can send as SMS. I don't know if this number is on WhatsApp.
It is. It's on WhatsApp. You can send it.
It's on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'll send you details. I'll be expecting a response.
Thank you. All right, then 08099120777. We're talking breast cancer this morning, and of course, it's time for us to pay much more attention to the health of our women. So, at Rjolad,
yes.
How does it work really? If you was to come in to carry out any of these screenings?
Okay, so we have different ways of us.
Let's take this call as well. Hello there. Hello. Okay, so we're having a little bit of a connection challenge with that. 08099120777. Yes, so at Rjolad?
So at Rjolad, we have various ways of, coming in for this examination and assessment. So we have our website, www.rjolad.com, where you can, go on the website and make a booking for a consultation. And that's, with that consultation, you will get a response back and an appointment will be scheduled for you. We also have our call center number, email rather, wecare@rjolad.com. You can also send your email there. They'll book an appointment for you. And we have our number, which is 07000 756523. You can also call the call center, and then they can also make an appointment for you.
Where are the hospitals located?
So Rjolad is located at Agbagada. Agbagada, we have 2 hospitals there. We have the Standard and Plus. And it's available for our clients. We also have at Agege. We have at Misolo, and then we also have our walk-in centers, which we call the spokes, at Jara Mall, at Bawala, and at Penn Cinema.
All right, so all these locations, they can walk in there and they'll get someone that will attend to them, right?
Yes, for the for those basic screening, and then for those spokes, they would examine you and then refer you to the main hospital, that is Bagada, Isolo or Agege, for further investigations after they've done the basic things by the family physicians.
Right. So for those who are old, really, of course, we talk about early detection, right?
Yes.
So maybe from age 15, 16 upwards and all of that, one can begin to do self-examination.
Yes.
But for the aged women, can they still be scared of breast cancer? Someone who's 65, 70? No longer lactating? No
longer lactating, yes. But, cancers, as you know, with our lifestyle, just is an abnormal thing, can occur at any time.
Any time?
So we still encourage women, while you are still, please continue to examine your breast.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So there's no time for you to say, I'm over with.
Yes, we know you've seen stories of people that they thought nothing could happen, and then they are diagnosed with a certain cancer they never thought would happen after a certain period. So you need to continue any kind of screening affecting a particular cancer. You need to do it at the appropriate time.
All right. Okay, then. So I needed to just reiterate this once again, even as we gradually wind to the end. Is it curable?
Curable.
Or manageable?
It's manageable, and you're also going into remission.
Okay.
So people use the word I'm a survivor, of this situation. And once we see survivors of, so many years, we are so encouraged, because some people actually have survived for some time, and then they go into, they come out of their remission and have these issues again.
Right.
So the takeaway from here is that every woman, at this point in time should please, start the examination as early as possible. Once you're over 40, you are allowed to do your breast screenings for the mammograms, which you do at Rjolad currently at a discounted rate. You can also walk into any health center or clinic for them to help you with the examination, clinical examination. We also encourage you to share this awareness not only for yourself but for your friends and family, so that we have a healthier environment and a healthier breast health knowledge. Yes.
So the call to action right now, even as a roundup, how can men be involved in this?
So men also would encourage their spouses, their siblings, their girlfriends or fiancés to go out there, and take the necessary steps to ensure that they have, the breast health awareness is consistent. It's a lifetime journey, not just for October, that is the month of breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, so it goes much beyond 1 month campaign.
Yes.
All right. Let's round this all off right now. It's nice having you in the building, Dr.
Thank
Eyitayo.
you so much.
So what's your parting thoughts in 30 seconds?
My parting thought is that we want a healthier environment, a healthier Nigeria, with everybody having access, to health, stable, safe, and free health.
All right, then we'll leave it at that for now. It's nice having you in the building.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Okay, then. So from awareness to action, how to stay safe and proactive about breast health has been our focus. And Dr. Eyitayo Soleye, who is team lead clinical quality and safety for Rjolad Hospitals, has taken us to the classroom this morning. I'm going to take a short break. When we return, it'll be time to celebrate you before we talk safety on our roads.